what's going on? Strat Soldier here for the weekend shift. How you guys doing? Today is December 13th. How you doing? Thank you so much for being patient with me. We had hunting season, we had Thanksgiving, we had all the things going on. I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy that you are here. If you don't know who I am the Strat Soldier, and I help people increase their income by showing them how to create winning positions in the stock market. And I do that by showing a trading system called the Strat, so you can learn how to trade without losing your money, your life, or your time. Okay? All right. If you want to know more about it, go check out thestratsoldier.com, thestratsoldier.com. Check out the Strat starter kit. You get 2 ebooks with that. Zero to Trading. That's for the people that don't know anything about how to read charts, how to start an account. They don't know nothing about nothing. It's okay, because I'm gonna get you there. Then once you're there and you know how to find stocks you like and build your universe, then I give you Hammer in Force, which is 1 actionable signal, 1 candle formation that'll get you in on anything that trades. And you also get one of these Strat Soldier coffee mugs sent to your house. All right. Also check out my other courses: execution course, the time frame continuity course, and unlocking broadening formation course. Go check all that stuff out. All right. Oh man, my camera's sleepy. Come on, sleepy camera, wake up. Wake up. I got a trick for that. All right. I got a trick for that. Boy, I need a haircut. Let's see who we got here. We got Beach Bum in the house, man. I love the beach. We got a lot of snow here. Snow's fun all the way up until daggone Christmas. And then after Christmas, I want the snow gone. I want it out of here. No more snow after daggone Christmas. No more snow. I got Mr. F2 Rev out here. What's going on, man? And Zay's in the house. What up? It's been a while. I know. But you are doing some great things over there on your show. Very interesting, man. The market's up, down, and all around. I swear. It's crazy out here. It's crazy. As soon as we start seeing some downside, November was all red. We need to rename. I need you to go back and rename your episode Red October to Red November. Now we're green in December. And it's seemingly for no reason. We did get some rate cuts, so that's good. Let's go see if there's any funny things out there that happened out there in Twitter land. In Twitter land, sorry, Mr. Elon, I'm never gonna call it X. All right, that's the dumbest name in the world. All right, sorry, Mr. Elon. Sorry, you came up with something stupid. Speaking of that, SpaceX is supposed to IPO. SpaceX supposed to go public. We'll see what they want to do there. Hopefully, it doesn't turn into a pump and dump. But with any IPO, that it's going to start at 10 and then go straight up and then straight down, because people are going to be taking advantage of that money real quick. So let's get in here. Let's look and see if anything funny on Twitter land. Let's do it. All right. Let's see. Funny stuff. We're looking for funny stuff. Yeah, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him trade the Strat. I love it. We got John Smith out here. He did an interview here a couple weeks ago, and he's doing great things. Great trade on Walmart. Looks like 322 back up. 322 back up. Let me see if I got my sounds on. Do I got my sounds on? Nope. Hold on. Wrong one. Where are you at?
The 322.
The 322. That's it. The 322. Back to the highs. Fun to say. Fun to do. Very good. This is why time frame continuity is important. I just did a coaching session right before this, talking about why time frame continuity is important. We'll talk about that more here in a little bit, but anybody who got in on this 2-2 reversal back up on the 60s thinking, oh, we're going back to the highs, here we go, I'm gonna buy calls, I'm gonna buy this, I'm gonna do that, you got chopped up the rest of the day. You got chopped up because you weren't looking at time frame continuity. You out here only looking at one time frame, talking about you trade the strat. You out here looking at one time frame, claiming to trade the strat. Now, for the beginners, I understand. But for those people that have been doing it, especially the people that have been in my Strat Cap webinar, taking some of my courses, come on now, do it right. Do it right. One person that's doing it right, there's a lot, but a person that is doing it right is the Black Stratter. Play on the Black Panther, the Black Stratter. He's doing good things. And he's just going through his journey. He's going through his journey, creating winning positions, adding to them, and defending them with tight stops. That's awesome. That is awesome. Push your stops toward the price. Anybody else in the chat? Where are we at? What happened to my chat? Where's my chat at? What happened to my chat? Anyway, we'll get there. Let's see. Oh, we got more. There it is. Found it. Zay's in the house. Yeah. He said, yeah. The market's been boring lately. Yeah. Boring meaning this week. This last week, kind of boring. Just drifting into the highs. We grinding into the highs is what we like to call it in the strat. Grinding into the highs. And it happens. It's weird when the price is going up on, well, I said we had the interest rate cut. That's right. We had the interest rate cut, and I do have to consider that. I was going to say for no reason. When the price is going up for no reason, there ain't no new buyers. There ain't no, wait, what are we doing? Just chilling, waiting for 2026. Yep, I see it. What's up, Brent? Brent is in the house, always doing good things. And the Black Stratter out there doing great stuff. I love it. Doing it right. Trading the strat correctly. Shout out to TiVo. He's like, Mr. Failed to Rev. Anna failed to double trouble. And I was like, nah. Oh, shoot. Where's my comment at? Where's it at? Where'd it go? I was like, nah, you got triple trouble, G, triple trouble. If you know what movie that's from, good on you. Spy, let's see here, looking for some more interesting things. Still talking about, it says, Black Stratter says, I'm seeing the power of creating winning positions using tight stops, keeping losses small, and adding to winners. Strat Soldier taught me from the boot camp 2 months ago. Strat Camp webinar 2 months ago. Yep, he's doing great. And we'll be doing another one of those on Wednesday. I'll put that out there for you guys on Wednesday. Target back up 2 upon him. Look, this guy with the Waves brothers. Are you crazy? Back up 2 reversal, back up on the month. Target. I mean, you got me and Zay were talking about seasonality not meaning much, and it really hasn't. But Target getting their act together for Christmas. All right, they're getting their stuff ready for Christmas. Now Target did have a little bad news on social media because they were like, here's all these grab bags. You can come get grab bags. And all those influencers got on the internet talking about they're going to be Beats, headphones in there. They're going to be $200 gift cards. And nah, man, it was all clearance items. Like you tricked you thinking that Target was going to put all kind of crazy Beats headphones in the daggone grab bag. You crazy. Target's trying to survive. Just now 2 up on the month. Why time frame continuity matters. Shout out to Empowerment Assets. His interview was fantastic last week. Great information on how to on options, explaining options as a whole and how to trade those things, and then also some really good information between really good strategies and through all of that. Looking for some funny stuff. Where's my funny stuff? Oh yeah. Marlon B. Shout out to Marlon B. if he's in here. People looking for that bounce. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I miss Rob too. I did reposted Rob's interview with Dan Ershman, the CEO of TrendSpider. And yeah, Mr. Rob, he made the strat fun. He made trading fun, period. All right. He saw that 2-2 reversal back up on the 60s, and he was like, where you think you're going? Back to the lows. That's where you're going.
Fatality.
That's where you're going. Back to the lows. You ain't going nowhere. Let's see here. Oh, Options Mike also did a great interview in November talking about futures down. Oracle, we're going to definitely look at Oracle this week. Yeah, I was like, pimp down. Oh my goodness. So we're back up. But anyway, Dow Jones been kicking butt. Let me see here. Who's this? Oh yeah, that's just my big old head. Let me see. Anything else? Funny. We're looking for that funny stuff. I got 1 more minute on my intro. 1 more minute on my intro. Man, this guy hit me up all week. This whole thing is all the Black Stratter. It's all good. I love that he's sharing. I love that he's sharing his trades and what he's doing. That's awesome. Mr. F2 Rev out here. Mr. Fail 2 making money. Let's see. And that was an Amazon trade they were talking about. Hammer up right here. Yep, Amazon 2-2 reversal back up. Hammer in force to the highs. That was a good one. If you are one of the one of the weekend shift crew, we talked about that. That was on our daily watch list. And Strat Judge out here, you will be judged. Fed Day, they cut their interest rates by 25%. There's going to be another interest rate cut in 2026, another one in 2027. Russell 3000, we'll be talking about that soon today. I think that's it. I think that's the whole week. Is that the whole week? Yep. Yeah. Look at this. All week we've been back and forth. That's awesome. We've been having fun. What's this one? All hard work pays off. What episode is this? Oh, I think that was the Cardave interview. All right. I think that's it. Let's get to what happened last week. Let's do it. Hey, Strat Soldier here. All right, let's change this to, can we change these to the weekly chart? Edit this chart. Can we change the time frame? Daily? These are all dailies. Anyway, this is the dashboard here in, this is the dashboard for, nope, I'm going to close this. I want to close it. All right. This is the dashboard in TrendSpider. All right, TrendSpider, if you haven't checked this out, really cool tool, really good way to see, it's definitely customizable, and it's a great way to see everything that's happening out there in the markets, okay? This definitely works when you're trading live during the day when things are moving. This is really fun when things are moving, but you know, here on Saturday when the market's closed, it's fun too. All right, so the broader averages, let me see if I could change this time. I want to change this time frame to the weekly chart, because last week, like they said, last week was kind of boring. It did go back up, but I mean, a lot of stuff was just kind of stuck. All right, so our weekly charts, we got, yeah, this is all like, I know what you guys are saying. Look at that. Look, what is all that crap on the chart? I know. But this is all like default stuff. So like I said, there's thousands of tools in TrendSpider. I just left these on here because I know it makes some sense to somebody. All right. Dow Jones, new all-time highs. Wow. What a laggard. Laggard for a long time, and they finally got their act together. Finally, healthcare, banks, and tech, we're all kind of moving in the same direction. That's good. You know, usually the tech side was doing great and the healthcare side was just in the dirt, holding Dow Jones back. Not anymore. We got 10 minutes on what happened last week. So we did go 2 up on the week last week, but it was red in SPY. Okay, all-time highs. Dow Jones great, and then scenario 3. Yes, scenario 3 on QQQ. All right, back to the lows. Back to the lows. Prices, think what people are talking about. The people are talking about Tesla back to the highs. All right, it's been strong. There's a daily candle here. There was a 2-2 reversal back up. I did not have that on my daily chart. So if you guys are or daily watch list, so if you guys are wondering why that wasn't on there, my bad. Hammer and then back to the highs. Now, the reason why it wasn't on there is because we weren't looking at the weekly chart. All right, if you look at the weekly chart, there was no actionable signal into this. Right, it's just trending up, which is good. People talking about Lululemon. It's never good when you say, I'm leaving this joint, I'm out, peace, and you throw your stuff, you know what I mean, you got some stuff in your hand, throw it down, I'm out of here, drop the mic, you out. And then people have a party when you leave. That's not good. That's not good. Man, Lululemon, the CEO said, I am out this mug, peace, and the stock market went, and the stock went to the highs. Wow, it gapped up at the 204. The day before it was at 206, opened up at 204, went all the way up to 213, came back down. Now shooter on the day. So what we want to see there is on Monday, will they take some more profits and will they keep buying, or was this just a just a kick in the face for the CEO? We'll look more at this. Lululemon. McDonald's, people were talking about McDonald's. Man, I know I would never have this much stuff on the chart, but it looks good. This is all default stuff in TrendSpider, so it's moving up. McDonald's, looking for Bristol Myers. What's Bristol Myers doing? Shooter on the day on Friday, but the trend has been going up. Things going up above 10%. Warner Brothers. Man. There's a crazy meme out there, Warner Brothers, but from TrendSpider, it's hilarious. But Netflix and Paramount fighting over Warner Brothers, which is really weird because Zay, I know you like talking about the news. What's up, Marlon B's in the house? Netflix said, hey, Warner Brothers, we're going to buy you. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be great. $82 billion. All right. And I think the problem was they announced it. All right, you don't tell people what's going on until it's done, right? But they announced it. And now Paramount is trying to do a hostile takeover, which is basically them going straight to the shareholders and saying, hey, we're going to buy Warner Brothers for $30 a share. Get ready. So look at this. All right, so that's what's going on here. Price going way above. I think it was at 20. No, weekly it was way down here. I mean, it was in the dirt. Let's look at a different time frame on this. Let's go to the monthly charts because this thing took off. All right. Warner Brothers in the dirt, out of the ashes, right here. $10.29, and in June. All right, 2-2 reversal back up, and let's just say based on the news. 2-2 reversal back up here in September. Again, $13 to $29. That's a good trade. All right, that's a real good trade. Taken off. So they're fighting there. What I don't agree with is not that my opinion matters in buying this company, but it's a hostile takeover. It doesn't seem legal at all. It's like it's a rent to own situation. Like, okay, me and you, we come up with an agreement, you're going to buy this house from me. It's going to be great. And then some other guy we don't even know comes in and goes straight to the mortgage company and says, hey, I'm buying this house. Here's the price I'm buying it for. This is it. And doesn't even talk to me or the other person I had to deal with. You know what I mean? That's what that hostile takeover thing feels like, and it doesn't sound legal. Apparently it is. Whatever. We'll see. What do you think, Zay? What do you think, Zay? Since you out there, what do you think? Because I know you guys are looking at that kind of stuff too. But Warner Brothers up 10%. Very good. Moss back to the highs. Up 23 to 26. What's NCLH? This one's doing good. I don't know what's going on here, but it's going back to the highs. Usual options, anything, people buying a lot of puts on. Dow Jones right here. They're like all-time highs. It can't keep going any higher. We'll see. All right, it could definitely keep going higher. All right. And then let's see. Strat shows you easy setup scanner. Top 14 mentioned. Stocks, anything. Tesla. Let's go look at Tesla again. Back to the highs. Nvidia doing nothing. Nvidia doing nothing. I thought Nvidia was going to blast off to the highs with news that they're going to let China take their, buy their chips from them, and it's not really. They're like, nah, yay, but who cares? Maybe it was expected. I don't know. But this is this dashboard in TrendSpider. If you don't have TrendSpider and you want to try it out, get in. There's a link in the description. Hit that link. Get a super deep discount on that, and tell them the Strat Soldier sent you. And then once you get that, let me know. All right, and because I got 3 scanners that I built and put into TrendSpider. I also have a trading bot that'll trade Apple automatically for you. Okay, hold on. Zay says it's deeper in rap. Ellison's son is with he owns Paramount, I think, and then you got Trump, son-in-law in bed with Ellison. See, that's what I'm talking about. I know you guys do that deep dive. You guys are looking 3-4 stories down. You guys are like Inception. You're like 3-4 stories down into this thing. If you're not in the chat here live, you need to be in here live. All right, get on here. All right, get on here. He says it's deeper than it's deeper than that. Ellison's son is with they own Paramount, and then you got Trump's son-in-law in bed with Ellison as well, which is why Trump likely blocks the Netflix acquisition, which I also don't agree with. Why is the president even engaged in this at all? Like, do your job. Go do president stuff. This is our stuff. Let us do the stocks. Let us do the let them do their stuff. Yeah, Inception is great. Yep. Inception is a fantastic movie, boy. But yeah. Why is the president even weighing in on this stuff? So I don't know. I thought it was going to be wild that based on all the companies that Warner Brother owns, and they get bought by Netflix, what that really mean. And I'm a nerd a little bit, so or maybe a lot of bit, but that would mean Netflix owns DC Comics, and a bunch of other companies, they would own Looney Tunes. All right, if you guys go check out my podcast In Force, I talk about that with JJ. It's okay. He says my grammar was off. Don't worry, I can't spell neither. I'm the grammar. I'm the Strat Soldier, not the grammar soldier. Yeah, some big implications there. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. Mr. F2 Rev says, boring out there. Nvidia doing nothing. Let's go look at multi-view real quick. I love the dashboard. So dashboard, easy to set up, easy for you to customize. Okay, let's go to multi-view. I love multi-view. So what we're doing here is looking for, go to all charts. We're going to go to weekly time frame, and what we're doing is looking for actionable signals on the week. All right, so we can develop our watch list for this week. Right now, not seeing much. All right, XLK Tech, possible 2-2 reversal down, but that's not a shooter. All right, not a shooter. XLU, not a hammer, but they could be going back up. All right, well, I don't know, more likely going to open up inside a week. We got an inside week on XLE. Now it's been trending up. It's been doing better. All right, it's trying so hard to get back up here. All right, it's been climbing this wall of woe. People ask me all the time, what do you mean wall of woe? Like, look at this. Like, it's just wall of pain. Just like, Come on, man. Come on. Trying to get back up into here. Finally getting close. We got an inside week on XLE. All right. So we'll be looking for stocks in XLE to put on our watch list. Biotech's just, I want to say ripping, but this has been a slow mover. It really has. But it's been trending up big time. All right. Which is awesome. Wow. All right. But you ain't late. All right, a lot of people, well, I missed it. Nah, man, it's been higher. It's been higher. All right, it's been higher. So it's doing really good, man. Yeah. When you see something like this, especially at the end of the year, you definitely want to go, man, I wish I would have bought it down here, like, $40 and just held, man. I'd be so, blah, blah, blah. It's okay to think like that for a little bit, especially when you're coming up with strategy development, but don't beat yourself up. Don't beat yourself up, okay? XLV hammer, Momo hammer on the week. All right, let's see if we can get above 155, I believe. Yep, 155. Let's see if we can get back up here. So we'll be looking at some healthcare right now. XLE, looking at health and healthcare. XRT still, XRT retail still moving up, which is great. Seasonality wise, this is good. All right. Still, people a lot of talk about tariffs. A lot of talk about people saying that people are just holding out and they're not buying as much as they want to. People are also saying these are inflated prices, so that people are holding back. I see a lot of that. So, but based on the chart, based on what we're actually seeing in the price, people are buying stuff. Netflix, they says Netflix would have owned Game of Thrones. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They would own so many different things. And then the whole question of, well, if Netflix owns all this stuff, are they gonna be doing movies anymore? You know what I mean? Will they shut down all the movie theaters? And they're like, nah, we're not shutting down the movie theaters. We're gonna keep them going. Go see your movies. I think movies are important. I think taking your family, your kids out there, go see a movie. I think that's still fun entertainment. Shaking my head. Semiconductors, possible 2-2 down next week, but that's not a shooter, so we're gonna skip it. And then XOP, consumer staples. After Thanksgiving, this was great. Thanksgiving time, you got to rush to the store, get some cranberries, get that cranberry, there's that cranberry sauce in a can, and you open up the can, and you tip it upside down, and this big giant cylinder of red goo comes out. You can chop it up with a fork and put it on the plate. Anyway, it'll be back for Christmas. I know it will be. Anyway, this is coming back up. All right. It could keep trending up on the week, but that's not a hammer. So if you want to take stocks in that, that's fine. But for today, in this week, we're going to be looking at XLE and XLV, and I think that's it. All right, see what we did there. All right, we got our broader averages, and we broke it down into where the buyers are actually trying to go. That's what we did. All right, so let's get in the tank. Let's look for those actionable signals. Let's do it. I love that thing. All right, we're in the tank, y'all. Put your helmet on. I don't want you banging your head around, all right? I don't want you banging your head, all right? We got a lot of things going on, all right? We got a lot of things going on. Marlon Bill already with the tickers. All right, if there's stocks you want to look at, if there's stocks you want to look at, put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. And then also the rules are, if you use one of these super chats in here, there's some small ones, there's some big ones. All right, I'm not asking you to do anything anything crazy, but if you use that super chat, the rules are I stop talking about what I'm talking about, and I talk about what you want to talk about. And I've had people completely derail what I was talking about. All right, I've had people just come in here and just, man, I was talking about stocks and what we're going to be doing, and you asking me all these wild questions, and that's okay. All right. So right now, go ahead and put them tickers in there you want to look at. For last week, Baba 2-2 reversal back down on the week. It did not hit magnitude, but you could still be in that. All right. But take it off the list. All right. Remove. Rocket 2-2 reversal back down on the week. Shooter and force. It looks like that. That's what it'll look like. It did not hit magnitude. You could still be in that. All right. But if it starts to reverse back up on your dailies, you know, you would definitely want to cover. All right. You want to cover. INTC, shooter enforced on the week. Man, yesterday really took things down to the lows. And look at your 60s, all right? Look at that. Golly, all right, to the lows. I put out a short video on time frame continuity. Go check it out. I put that out yesterday. Why time frame continuity matters. AVGO, they're taking profits, all right? They're taking profits on AVGO. This is a Rev Strat. A 1-3 is a Rev Strat to the lows. They took out the highs and the lows. Gap down on Friday, taking their profits, all right? Someone texted me, why is it going down so low? Because they're taking profits, all right? What do you mean they're taking profits? Explain that. They made their money, and now they're taking their profits. They got to buy Christmas presents, man. They got to buy that new He-Man toy. They got to buy them new Transformers. I don't even know what are there any even new like action figure toys now? I got to go back to the old school ones. I don't even know if there's any new, you know, I mean, Jurassic Park. But that's not really action figures. But anyway, I got a house full of dinosaurs. Lockheed Martin, War Machines, warheads on their foreheads. Hammer in force on the week, took out 2 targets. It went in force at 454, got up to 480. That's what I'm talking about. That's a win. That's a win. And I talked about that on Sunday, and I gave it to the Weekend Shift crew and the Strat Warriors. All right. Awesome. Look at these days. Look at these 60s. All right. Back to the highs. Possible scenario 3. Outside month on this. If it gets to 492, you know what to do. Trying to get to 515, all right? And it's been higher. 620. Let's get me 620. Give me 620. So you want to talk about swing trading? You want to talk about swing trading? That's what you want to do. It's a lot easier to do that with shares, but if you're in the options, that's awesome too, all right? So, possible Lockheed Martin, keep your eyes on that one, all right? AMD, ooh, a toxic girlfriend right here. Shooter and force didn't really go to the lows, all right? Now, in that time frame continuity video I did yesterday, I talked about the importance in the coaching session I did today as well. I talked about the importance of looking at 4 separate time frames at the same time, because you can see this and go, man, this is going to the lows. This is bad. I knew I shouldn't have went long, you know, or still be holding, you know. But if you look at the day, it's not really getting killed. All right. If you look at your 60s, yeah, that's rough. That's really rough. But it's not. The trend is not really going down. All right. If anything, your money flow index showing, hey, we got some bullish divergence there. I talked about it in the coaching session too. All right. Explain that whole thing. But AMD not really dying on the vine, all right? Not getting killed, all right? It's doing okay, all right? It's slowing down. If anything, it's pumping its brakes. If anything, I know Zay's out here. If anything, AMD's pumping its brakes, all right? She's like, all right, I was acting up a little bit, but I'm a chill. Christmas is coming around the corner. I'm a chill because you don't want to mess around and get put on the naughty list and you don't get nothing for Christmas. So AMD, she ain't acting up right now. Oh, let's see. Yeah. Marlon B says that's why we're here. I know. If you watch any of these YouTube, if you watch these videos on YouTube, I have the Weekend Shift broken up into chapters, and I know people go straight to the actionable signals. They're like, yeah. Get to the stuff. AMD. Taking it off the list here, but it's not really getting killed. That's my point there, okay? Google Google 212 down on the week. Last week it did hit magnitude. That's good. That's a little bit of good money. But again, looking at your daily chart and the people that use indicators, it's not really getting killed. All right, just pause for the cause. All right, take a pit stop. American Tire with 2-2 reversal back up on the week. Hit the first target, hit the second target up to 184. That was good. That was really, really good. All right. Trying to take that, but did go 2 up on the month. Trying to get back up through all of that. Amazon. All right. Ultimately, 2-2 reversal back down on the week, inside on the month. You did have a good trade up, 2-2 reversal back up. That was awesome. We talked about that already. But then you also had a 2-1-2 down. All right. Come on now. All right. So if you did not take your profits here, you definitely got forced into it Thursday and Friday. All right. You did. And that went right back into the time frame continuity of the week and the month. So Amazon ended the week full time frame continuity to the downside. All right. Let me see. All right, let's get to it. Apple continue. Let's keep moving. Apple did go shooter and force on the week, but didn't hit magnitude. Overall, still up. Apple lemonade, that cool, refreshing drink, did go hammer in, or Momo hammer and force, hit magnitude, came back down. No actionable signal for next week. And FedEx was fantastic. All right, delivering them Christmas presents. Santa Claus is coming to town. Momo hammer above 276 and went all the way up to 288. No gaps, no gap ups. All right, none. Just straight trended, boy. All right, just straight trend. The trend is your friend. That's what I'm talking about. Well, I think this is the time for FedEx to start going to Lowe's because it's overbought. You dumb, and you're going to lose money. All right, FedEx to the highs. Oh, man, that was fantastic.
Bingo!
Fantastic. All right, so that was the weekend shift last week. That was, and I love showing those. And I know you guys are like, man, come on, let's get to the new stuff. I know that. But we have to look at those things because people tell me all the time, does the strat really work? I'm not spending a bunch of money on this stuff if it doesn't work. Come on, man. Just watch me every week. You see it. You see the actionable signals going forth and where they go. Apple. Marlon B says, give me Apple. Give me Apple. We already talked about Apple a little bit. And we got possible 2-2 up. We'll put it on the week. That, I wouldn't call that a hammer, but it's a possible 2-2 back up. All right. Let's see if we can get above 280, 280.05 and get back to 288. All right. Back to the highs. All right. Let's see what they want to do. And you have an inside bar for Monday. All right. So you have 2 actionable signals. And actually, you got 3 actionable signals. You got a hammer on the 60-minute too. So 3 actionable signals. That tells the buyers are probably going to be getting back into this thing. He's also said, give me KO, Coca-Cola, hammer on the week. Let's see if we can get above $70.76, the magnitude $72.89. All right, Coca-Cola, hanging around all-time highs. All right, fantastic day on Thursday and Friday. All right, very good, very good. So Coca-Cola, very easy to trade options on this too. All right. If you're into that. He said, give me Lily. Oh, we got to talk about Lulu. But Lily, hammer on Lily. All right. Oh, man. If you did not get in on this, hammer in force above $782. Man. Now trading 1,000. All right. Here's your next chance. The stock is $1,031, $1,031.27. All right. The magnitude is 1,086, and the next one is 1,107. So if you got the bread and you want to get in there, go ahead. There you go. There you go. And then WM, Waste Management. You got to take out the trash. 2-2 reversal Potential 2-2 reversal back up. You got a hammer, Momo hammer on the week above 217.25. Not a lot of magnitude here, okay? Not a lot at all, but this could be a good start for a retracement trade all the way back through the weekly broadening formation back to the highs, all right? You got to take that trash out, all right? You got to take that trash out. Let's look at the quarterly charts. Oh, my goodness, all right? For 2026, forming a hammer on the quarter, all right? What's it doing on the year? Look at that. Come on now. You got to take the trash out. You got to take it trash. You got to take trash out. Zay says AMD just consolidating after 40% month in October. Yep. 58% in October. Yep. It's just taking a pause for the cause, man. It's just, she ain't acting up too much. She's just like, all right, Christmas coming around the corner. I'm not flipping out this week or this month. She's just taking a pause for the cause. Very good ones there. Marlon B putting some good stuff in there. Anybody else put them tickers in there, and also it is 15 till. So go ahead and put those questions in the chat about the strat. If you got questions about the strat, put it in there. In the coaching session, I talked about how to trade gaps. Go check out that coaching session. All right. All right, so let's go to XLE. XLE, we got some time. We'll go down these by hand, all right? Sometimes, lately I've been going through the scanner, the Strat Soldier Easy Setup Scanner. But XLE, inside on the week, all right? So we're looking for other stocks in this sector for inside on the week, all right? All right, I see it, Mr. F2F. Let's go through XLE real quick. All right. Looking for other inside weeks or shooters. All right, APA inside on the week. I don't know why that line is that way. Get that line off of there. Put that on the weekly watch list. We're looking for simultaneous breaks, which means we're looking for a situation where all the stocks in the sector doing the same thing. All right, it's a lot easier to manage 5 positions in the same sector than it is to trade 5 stocks in individual sectors, and you're looking at all this other stuff and you're like, no, I ain't trying to do that. Give me 5 stocks in the same sector, simultaneous break to the upside or the downside. Devon Energy, it is a shooter, so we're looking at $37.14. If it goes below that, the target's $35.13. We'll put it on the weekly watch list. We'll do it because we're looking for inside bars or shooters. EOG, just missed it. Fang Energy, old stuff. Fang, inside bar and a shooter. That goes in force below 155.91. The magnitude's 152. What? Yep, 152.23. All right. 152.23. FTI inside on the week. Do they want to keep going to the highs? All right, it looks like it. It looks like it. Them buyers are in there, boy. Halliburton sounds like some kind of weird fish, but it is shooter on the week below $28.01. The magnitude's $26.08 if they want to take that to the lows. But looking at time frame continuity, this looks like it wants to keep going to the highs. We'll see. HP shooter on the week. Let's see if that goes in force below $29.12. The magnitude is $27.75. All right. This could be going straight back up though. There's a lot of news about Venezuela, and Venezuela is one of the biggest producers of oil, which I didn't know. But Momo shooter right here, MPC below 184.05. The magnitude is 175.34. And there's some shenanigans going on there. All right, we don't talk about politics here on the weekend shift, but it's something to think about. All right, shooter on NOV. Shooter on NOV below $15.94. The magnitude's $15.02. I see the chat rolling. Let me 2 more, and I got a couple more in XLE, and we'll get to that. And it's okay, okie dokie. Okie dokie is on the list. OKE. Oxy, what you doing, Oxy? Get rid of that old stuff. Just chopping around. That's what Oxy's doing. PSX. Ugly shooter. Probably going to open up inside week next week. Phillips 66. Slob. It's probably going to open up inside on the week next week. All right. VLO 2-2 reversal back down. No actionable signal for this week. WMB same. XOM. Yep. Thank you. XOM back to the highs. No actionable signal there. So you got some stuff in energies for the weekly watch list. All right. Let's get to MNST. All right. MNST. Hammer. All right. Hammer. Monster energy drinks. Get that Monster Zero. We all call it the white monster, but it's Monster Zero. One day I read the can. I was like, man, this is delicious. What is it? Oh, it's Monster Zero. I've always been calling it the white monster. I'm sure they've been thinking about name changes, but they're like, nah, let's not call it that. On the week, let's see if it goes above $74.51. The magnitude's 76.23. All right, it's been going up. All right, and this is awesome. I like this stock, and meaning I like this for two reasons. One, it's trending up. All right, that's good. 2 up on the month. Let's put that on the 2 up on the month list. Another reason why I like this one is because in the ebook Zero to Trading, it's a stock. This is what I'm talking about. It's a stock that it's from a company that you know and trust. Like and trust. All right. In that book, because people talk about how to find stocks, because people are like, well, I don't know what stocks to, you got Netflix, you got Tesla, you got the ones people are talking about in the news, but I really don't know how to find stocks. Look around your house. All right. Look at companies. Look at companies you're already buying from. All right, and then type them in this thing. Just put the name in there. See if it comes up. If it does come up, it's a publicly traded stock. All right, and you can buy that. You can work that. Monster, going to the eyes. So if you're sitting at home drinking Monster right now, and you ain't even at work, you just hammering Monsters at home in your house. You got a problem when you're drinking Monster in the morning in your house. You got a problem. But anyway, you could trade Monster, right? You could be drinking Monster and making money with the stock. I know Brent's at work right now drinking Monster. I know he is. That makes sense. But when you at home just slamming Monsters, you got a problem. Oh man, I don't want to go as far as addiction, but golly, you drinking them at home. We'll look at MU let's look at MU. All right, MU. You know what? I was laughing about yep, it's on the list. I was laughing about that. Forgot if I even put it on the list. Shooter on MU. Try to get back through all of this. Micron. Try to get back through all of this. All right. Level of reclaim right here. They took out the highs. If they bought it up, they can sell it back down. Shooter right here at 239.07. The magnitude's 223. After that, 212. And the bottom of this, all right, the bottom of this is 192.72. Will it really get all the way down in there? It could. All right, we have to know that it could. All right. Because I bought it at this price and I see it going down. So I take my profit. Mr. F2 Rev, he takes his profit. Zay takes his profit. Marley B takes his profit. Beach Bum takes his profit. Now it's starting to get this thing way down in here. All right. So it could happen. All right. It could happen. It could happen. All right. So be careful. All right. Be careful. But honestly, it's probably just profit taking. This thing's at all-time highs. It could just be profit taking. Let's see, anything else in the chat? MU. Hey, Brent said I ain't never had a Monster. He said, don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. I ain't never drink that crap. But he's at work right now with a Red Bull. Hey, that's what it is. I don't know. That is so funny. That is funny. Zay says they got earnings next week for sure. Could get there. All right, you talking about Monster? Or are you talking about MU? Which one are you talking about? Monster or MU? Mr. F2 Rev says, could look for hammers and shooters going back into full-time frame continuity to full-time frame continuity and make living off those alone. Yes. Yes. Yeah, AVGO back to the lows. Maybe you're talking about Micron. Yeah. Okay. Yep, it could happen. All right, it could happen. All right, they could be like, ooh. Yeah, AVGO, we talked about that one already, but AVGO to the lows. All right, golly. Man. And I know people get furious when, because this happened to me. It happened to me. But you're in a stock. It's awesome. There's earnings, and then you got good numbers, good guidance, good everything, and it crashed. To the lows, gap down, huge. That's disheartening. All right. Brent says just coffee and tea for me. Okay, very good. It's classy. He's classy. He's drinking it with his pinky up. All right, he's classy. He ain't get, I can't even. I don't know if I can do it. There you go. That's hilarious. Oh my gosh, that's funny. All right, let's go to Lulu. Stocks that I said we're going to talk about. Man, I totally made a mess over here, okay? Big mess. All right, Lulu. 2-2 reversal. 2-2 reversal back up on the month, all right? Yep, 2-2 reversal back up on the month. All right, so we want to see how far we can, does this buying keep happening, all right? Does it continue? 253, looking at 340, all right, 340 to get back into this broadening formation and move it back up. That would be awesome. This could be a good time to buy start a small position, and then let that ride up, all right? Let that thing move. What's it doing on the quarterly, all right? Next quarter, if we get in the beginning of the year, 214 would be a good one, all right? And then ride it, all right? Maybe they're doing some good stuff over there. On the yearly, it's been bad for the last 2 years, all right? For the last 2 years, that's why it went up. Because the last 2 years, they were getting murdered. They were, ugh.
Finish him.
Yeah, they were like, kill this thing. And then once the CEO left, they were like, get him out of here. Back up. All right, so that's good. That's good. And I'm really talking to the small account traders right now, because a lot of small account traders, they go, well, I can't trade this. The options are too much, or whatever, or I can't afford 100 shares of. You don't need 100 shares of, all right? Just buy one or two. 171, all right? Work this thing. Stay in there. Add to your winning position as it goes up. And then yes, you want to put some trailing stops in there and push your stops up toward the price. You get stopped out, you made some money. All right, good. Do it again. And do it again, and do it again, and do it again. All right, seriously, that's it. That's it. Someone put something out here. Let me go to, we're going to go back to Twitter real quick. Hold on. We're going back to Twitter just for a second. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find this thing, because this is important for me. And it's important for these small account traders, because there's a lot of mess that people put out here. Oh, yeah. Here. Hold on. This is funny. This is funny. That's what I'm talking about. Whoever made this over at TrendSpider, shout out to them. That is hilarious. Look at Netflix and Paramount fighting over this. Oh my goodness. But let me get to it. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Quickly. Come on now. Quickly. Oracle. We got to talk about Oracle. That thing got messed up. Oracle getting wrecked. Come on now. Do it. Where you at? There's I'm always trying to help people fight that gambler's mentality. Look at this thing, all right? I know people are going to have different opinions on this, and that's fine, all right? It's a conversation. It's a conversation. I'm mostly talking about the new traders and the new traders and the people that have been doing this for a while that are looking at other people's numbers going, man, I wish I could do that. I wish I could make them 3,000%. Come on, man. Look at this. High risk equals high pay. No, it doesn't. No, it does not. All right? No, it does not. All this is just gambler's mentality. Don't worry about this guy, all right? I'm not talking mess about this guy, all right? But this idea is gambler's mentality, all right? Or if I put if I buy 500 contracts on Lulu and it gets to 340, it's going to compound and make this, and I'm going to buy all these leap contracts for, Lulu. I'm not telling you to do that. I want you to create the winning position and then keep riding that thing up and then adding to your position, and you will make more than this guy who's talking about, or girl, any trader telling you high risk, high reward. All right, I say high risk, high losses. All right, be careful. Don't listen to everybody out here on the internets. All right, I'd rather you start a small position and let that thing work. Yoga pants, come on now, yoga pants, get back up in there. Come on, yoga pants. All right, you can get on the weekend shift, and maybe next year we'll see. And it's back up at that 514 area, making yoga pants. And I'm laughing at everybody who got in at the top of the broadening formation going, ha ha, you don't know anything about broadening formations. But then you're like, Strat Soldier, I don't care. You can laugh all you want. I got down here at 188. That's what I want you guys to understand. That's actual trading, all right? That's actual creating winning positions, adding to them, and defending with tight stops. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. This stuff. Not no crazy leap options, not no crazy buy 500 contracts, high risk thing. No. We learned how to trade the strat so that we're not going to lose our real money, all right? Our real life, because I'm not sitting there staring at the screens. And I'm not going to lose my real time. Just staring at this stuff 8 hours a day, hoping and praying. You know what I mean? I've been there. But I actually had to have my own realizations as well. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I trade the strat so I know where to get in and I know where to put my stops and let it go. All right, that's enough. That's enough of that. Lulu, Oracle. I see the chat rolling. Give me Oracle. We're just talking about stuff that's happened in the news. Now, anybody, Oracle to the lows, they had earnings and they said, hey, guess what? We ain't making no money on this AI stuff. Probably temporary. All right, probably temporary, but we already knew Oracle was in trouble. Look at these 212 down on the month, continuing to the lows. We knew Oracle had a problem. All right. Let's see here, 2 down on the month list. I was hoping it was already there, but 2 down on the month list. All right, Oracle, we knew they had a problem. We've been watching this. So this wasn't any surprise, all right? But then right here, people that think I'm going to catch the knife from going back up, we're going to get that bounce Friday to the lows, all right? To the lows on the week. So Oracle could be a time it could be a time to look for reversals back up, but just wait. All right, it will tell you when to get back in. All right, it'll tell you when to get back in. It will. Oracle's not a bad company. All right, not a bad company. It's just we got to do it right. Zay, coffee and tea. Let's see. What's up? Hey man, Corey, we've been talking about you all day. You need to go back and watch the intro of this show because you were all over my timeline. It's okay. It's all right that you're late. Yeah, man. Oracle cooked, boy. They're like, hey, man, this AI stuff, man. You got any more of them chips? You got some more of them chips? That's what I was talking about. Options Mike, being Options Mike, we're talking about in that interview and he was saying how these companies, these AI companies, are renting chips to other AI companies just to keep this thing afloat. And then Oracle's the first company that has to come out and go, nah, man, we ain't making no money on this yet. I mean, but we could, but not yet. Come on, man. People ain't got time for that. Nope. You said AI was going to take people's jobs. You said AI was going to make jobs easier. And what I got a chat bot that I can talk to whenever I want that'll tell me jokes. and it'll make funny cat videos whenever I want to see it. That's what you got. So, and then people pushing back on data centers and all this stuff. Oh, sorry about this. Marlon B said DG inside the week. DG, Dollar General, DG inside on the week. Man, Dollar General getting their act together. What is happening over there? All right, almost done here. Dollar General getting their act together. Full time frame continuity, $133. What? All right, you could have got in here at 80. You could have got in here at 109. But hey, if you did, hey, you didn't miss the move. If it's a real move, Dollar General, what is going on there? Wow. Dollar General, 2 up on the month. We'll put that on the monthly watch list. 2 up on the month. Where's you at? Where's you at? 2 up on the month, and I'm going to be watching that as well. Wow, very good. Sheesh. 101. Man. All right. Thoughts on 2026? Too early. Too early to see what's going on in 2026. But we're toward the end of the show, so we could do that. So what we're gonna, so let's change this to the yearly, quarterly, monthly, and weekly. Okay. Much too early, but we are starting to see those signals line up. All right. We see those signals forming. So right now, SPY all-time highs. All right, all-time highs again. We know they're going to be taking their profits. We don't know when. I'm not talking about a crash, nothing like that. I'm just talking about profit taking. All right, so we'll see when that happens. We'll see when that happens. Looking at the monthly chart, it happened last around March, April time frame. It's got consolidation at the beginning of the year, and then just dropped when they started talking about tariffs. We know that story. So it could be another situation where they fabricate a situation where the stocks go down so we can get another move back up. That could happen. Dow Jones back to the highs. Come on now. Come on. Get in there. Draw my chart. There's a little person back there right now drawing the chart. Anyway, looking at the year, Dow Jones, again, all-time highs. That could be good. That could be good. We'll see if that keeps going. All right, same situation as SPY. We know the issue is, I think the issue is we know they're going to take profits. We just don't know when, and we don't know how deep they're going to go. That's my thought there, okay? We know they're going to take profits. You know, so we could get an inside year on these guys. You know, looking at Russell 3000. Russell 3000, all right? These are 98% of the stocks in Russell, in the U.S., in Russell 3000. And it's just showing, you know, there's just a lot of buying to the highs. Again, we'll see when they start taking profits. Evidently, my internet's moving slow here. Used to be somebody, yes. Used to be somebody. Let's look at utilities. Forming a shooter on the quarter on utilities. All right, shooter on the quarter on utilities. All right, so we'll definitely see we might see some correction there in 2026. XRT retail has been just a mess. All right, now scenario three outside year to the upside. Will this keep going? Will the tariffs thing like settle down and we go back up? If the tariffs thing starts, you know, we got lower interest rates, forming an inside quarter, we'll see. It looks like they want to keep going back up. All right, we could keep, so retail looks like we can keep going up there. XLK Tech, just, you know, I think we're going to see some corrective activity here soon. We might get an inside year for a little bit and then go right back up. XLE trading sideways. All right, we know that. All right, Biotechs has been doing well. All right, hammer and force on the quarter back on during the third quarter. All right, so it's been a really good end of the year. Biotechs, healthcare moving back up. Inside on the month, we got to look at that. Healthcare has been doing well in the last quarter. Consumer staples forming I don't know if you guys can see that, forming a hammer. Consumer staples So we could see something going on here in 2026. So you know, shaking my head, semiconductors, all-time highs, all right? All-time highs. I say shaking my head because sometimes it just don't make sense. Honestly, for 2026, I think it's going to be some corrective activity and then possibly go right back up. All right. I don't really do that whole overbought, oversold conversation. I think but there's definitely going to be some profit taking. All right. But the question is when. When it comes to macro signals, check out the weekend, the Strat Warriors in the membership channel. Strat Warriors. I do a macro vid, and I talk about quarterly signals. What is going on here? Come on. Hey, that's the show. That's the internet trying to tell me, man. Come on, man. Let's get to the end. Yeah, that's what I see on my side, man. I think they're going to take some corrective activity, take some profits. We made money, yay, and then go back up. When it comes to talk about recessions and all that stuff, Bloomberg does not like that we cut interest rates when the jobs market ain't great, and all this other stuff. So I don't know, man. I don't know. When it comes to economics, I'm not here for all that. Yeah, I agree. We are limping into 2026, just like last year. Yep. We limped into 2025 and got that corrective activity in the first quarter, that correction in the first quarter, and then went up. Yeah. So, man, we could. All right. So, we forgot to go through healthcare. I forgot to go through healthcare. Insight on the week. Let's go to the Strat Soldier Easy Setup Scanner. Let's look for inside weeks on healthcare. Strat Soldier Easy Setup Scanner. Let's go inside. Oops. Inside week. Inside bar. Any. Yep. Let's go healthcare. Let's finish up this weekly watch list. Thank you so much, everybody, being in here. Oh, let me see here. Do we got any more? That's all we got right now. Let me see if there's any obvious ones. Healthcare. Oops. All right, let's change this back to the monthly, weekly, daily, 60. Okay. All right, hammers. That's what we're looking for. Hammer. What the heck was I thinking? All right, let's go back to this. Let's go back to the Strat Soldier Easy Setup Scanner. Hammer. All right, hammer. Oops. Yep. Hammer. Hammer, man. All right, that's a little better. Man, I was like, what is happening here? This is still not a lot, but it's better. It's better. All right, so let's go to AbbVie. We got some old stuff on the charts. AbbVie, ugly hammer. It's red on the month and inside on the month. AbbVie, I mean, we could get a 2-2 reversal back up here at 226.43 and then get to 230. We'll see. I don't know. I really don't like that. I really don't like that at all. But that's what it came up with. ABT, Abbott, every time. I'm about sick of Abbott Labs. I'm about sick of these guys because every time I put them on here, they make me look like a fool.
The 322.
Possible 322 back up hammer. If that goes in force above a 125.50, the magnitude's 130.01. Every time I put these guys on the list, they do nothing. Come on, Abbott. Do your job. DGX, hammer on DGX. Let's see if that thing goes above 183.54. The magnitude is 189.73. Excuse me, 189.34. Right? What was I thinking? 189.56. 189 and some change. Okay, there. Anyway, it's on the list. Put that on there. Lilly, we already talked about Lilly. And then Merck. Is Merck doing the work? Yes, it is. All right. And don't worry. All right. You didn't miss the move. All right. A lot of, oh man, I missed it. I missed the move. Come on now. The Strat, the winning spirit is built into the Strat. It is built into the Strat. It's baked in. Look at all this. All right. It used to be a lot higher. Used to be somebody. So if you ain't been in Merck, here's your chance. All right. Above $100.74. The magnitude's 105. The magnitude is 105. If you're a swing trader, you want to get in on that, that's how you would do that. Let's look at the quarterly chart for 2026, all right? Very good. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. And then yearly. Oh, man. My kids evidently are playing Fortnite or something. Let me see. Beach Bum says, are you in this tax loss harvesting season? Yeah, we are in that, yes. So many humble, in my humble opinion, I wouldn't buy those near the lows and trending yet. Yeah, good point. And then for Merck, possible 322 back up on the year. All right. Zay was talking about that 2026 outlook. Merck could be it for 2026. We need to see where this closes, but Merck could be what it is for 2026. I don't know what they're doing, but that's beautiful. Beautiful. That's what I like right there. So Merck, put that on the list. That could be a way in on that. All right. And then you created your winning position. You can just stay in there as long as you don't get stopped out of that. You can stay in there. And then 2026, you've been holding it. You can tell everybody you've been holding it since 2025. Let me get out of this tank. Let me get out of the tank. What am I doing? Hitting the wrong buttons. That's what I'm doing. All right, I got helmet hair now. All right, that was awesome. Let me go ahead and let's go back to, you know what? I did it again. Too fast. All right, I did it too fast. Let's go to this weekly chart. This is what we got so far in the week. All right, let me go. If you have TrendSpider, I'm updating your watch list right now. That's right, it's updating on your list right now. Okay. All right, for everybody else, I'm going to post this out on Twitter. All right, and you can see what we have here for next week. All right. All right, this is the Strat Soldier for the weekend shift. It was awesome. Thank you so much for everybody being in here. Thank you for everybody being in the chat and having fun and laughing with me. I loved it. And we got a lot for next week. You don't have to take everything, all right? But what you want to do is look for those simultaneous breaks, all right? I'd rather you trade 5 positions in the same sector than 5 different things, all right? In you know, oh, I got Roblox, I got Tesla, I got this, I got that. You know, trade. I group those stocks up in the sectors. Where you're at, know where you're at, and then group those stocks up. All right. It's easier to manage 5 stocks in the same sector, and then you're only watching one sector. All right. Then you're only watching healthcare. You're only watching XLE, and you're making money on all of them until it stops. And when the buying stops, you take profits on all of them. All right. Or you catch on to something where there's sector rotation and you're ahead of the game. All right. Beach Bum is right. We got that tax harvesting tax loss harvesting going on. So we might see some fluctuation up and down on some things. Thank you so much. Jay says, great episode. Thank you so much. We'll be back in 2026. Yeah. Okay. You're taking a break all the way to 2026, man. I got to keep the train rolling. All right. Go check out thestratsoldier.com. Thestratsoldier.com. Check out the Strat starter kit. All right, comes with. If you watch this whole thing and you're like, man, I like what they're talking about. I kind of want to get in on this, but I don't know what to do. Get that Strat starter kit. It comes with an ebook, 02 Trading. All right. And that's going to show you, how to read charts, how to read candles, what we're looking for, and then how to find stocks that you like. All right. And then it comes with hammer in force. That's one candle formation now to get you in on anything that trades. All right. Yes, crypto and futures and commodities. All right. You could trade corn. All right. You could trade corn with this stuff. And then you get a Strat Soldier coffee mug sent to your house. All right. And then go check out my other courses, the execution course, the time frame and continuity course, and then unlocking broadening formations. And if you want everything on the site to include a one-on-one with me, check out Combat Load. All right. for one of my favorite shows from Reading Rainbow, one of my favorite shows was Reading Rainbow. So, you don't have to take my word for it. But Cedric was out here. All right. He says the Strat Soldier's execution course explains everything to a T. A lot of questions I had about learning the Strat explained in the execution course. All right. Get in there. Learn the Strat for real. Learning the Strat on the street is dangerous. All right. People teaching it wrong. I work with Rob Smith directly for 2 years straight. All right. And then I was trading with him live even before then. All right. So, go with the real. Real, recognize real. Thank you so much, Beach Bum. Thank you, Mr. F2 Rev. Thank you, Zay. Thank you, Corey. Black Stratter. Thank you so much. Let's see who else is in here. That's it. Marlon B. Marlon B. Can't forget Marlon B. I was looking for Ryan. He must be, he'll catch. Oh, there he is right there at the end. I knew Ryan was going to be in here. He's always here. I love it. I love it. So thank you so much for everybody being in here. We're going to go ahead and watch the news clip from Cardave. If you did not watch his episode on options, he explains options, a great episode on options, and then gives you some ideas on how to trade those options, okay? So let's go ahead and watch the news from him, and then I'm going to get out of here. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is your coach out of Power and Assets. I'll be teaming up with one of my good brothers. You guys know him by Strat Soldier, Cyberdogs. I want to bring a twist to the show. We're going to be talking about news and how news actually affects the market as we move forward as traders and also as investors. We got key news in America and also abroad. And I'll be talking about those key factors moving forward for the next couple of weeks, leading to November to close out the fourth quarter. Earnings season is among us, ladies and gentlemen. We got the conglomerate, Johnson & Johnson, Netflix, Tesla, Microsoft, Alphabet. You guys know them as Google, Amazon, Meta. Wow. The next one is very important is Intel. With the government taking a stake in Intel, Intel has been on an uptrend for a while now. Apple. And this is going to last throughout the end of October, leading into the early November. Now, we do have key events moving forward when it comes to economic reports, United States inflation data. We got CPI and PPI. And we will have the Feds making a decision towards the end of this month. You guys, you ladies know when Powell comes aboard, either he's going to cut rates, raise rate, or keep rates the same. We just have to be what? Patient. As traders and also investors, we want to make the best move for us and the best move for our family moving forward. We do have key events on a global scale. We got the European Central Bank, ECB. We need to watch their policy decision moving forward. We also need to watch positive and negative news coming out of China, trading data, and things like that. We got the UK. We got things like Asian financial results, BOJ updates. Now, I want you guys to think about this. Starting October 27th to November 2nd, we got those major tech earnings again. Now, housing market. We need to pay close attention to what's going on the housing market, not just here in America, but also abroad. We do have G20 meeting that's going to be coming up through November the 10th through the 16th. So these are the global companies and the global countries around the world meeting and discussing the things that we need to do to improve the world on a global scale. Now, to close out the month of November, we're going to have mid-month CPI and PPI. So we need to pay close attention to the data that's actually coming. Please, ladies and gentlemen, subscribe to Data Dogs, subscribe to Empowerment Asset on all platforms. Hopefully this news puts you guys in position to be successful moving forward. Take care.